First
Sip
of all,
on a surge.
Surge.
All right, fam jam. Here we are, another edition of Bropinions. We are on episode 8. Yes.
At least 10. We've done at least 10 of these.
Okay, season 2, episode 8. Sorry, apologies. Season 2, episode 10, the fun kind. And last week, my humble co-hosts over there started the bracket challenge, and they did least favorite candy, which was very agreeable to me.
we did the worst Halloween candy.
Oh, okay.
The Wokes.
Worst Halloween candy. And before I even knew anything about it, when I got into editing and everything, when we recorded last week, recorded Tuesday, I was like, oh, it's got to be circus peanuts, because those things are shit. And lo and behold, when I get through editing the video, circus peanuts ended up taking home the gold. So we're going to flip it this time. We are going to do best cereals. So I'm going to let John the Stone explain where he got this list of cereals. And then
shout out to the Circus Peanuts. I actually discovered, real quick little side note before we get into the cereals, I actually discovered something that might rival Circus Peanuts as one of the worst Halloween candies of all time. I was in the store the other day with my wife, and we happened to walk past the candy aisle, and I had to find the Circus Peanuts to take a picture for you guys. But you know what I also found was a bag of banana Laffy Taffy. Just banana in the entire bag. And
okay, so here's the thing. I like banana Laffy Taffy. I'm good with it. I like, when y'all were talking about the banana runts, I was like, those were probably the better runs to me. So I like banana flavoring.
We'll just end meeting, and we'll see you guys next time.
But I'm with you on Circus Peanuts. Gross. I mean, that's why maybe it came to the terms, because when we were in school and they would give out the Laffy Taffy for, whatever stuff we were doing, I would like the banana because nobody wanted it, so I got the most of it. Maybe it was fueled there. Maybe I got a ton of it, and I was like, well, if I like this. It's the same thing as like liking gin in college. You like gin in college because nobody's going to drink your booze. You don't particularly like it, but you know your booze is safe if it's gin because everybody hates it.
So
I love gin. I love gin.
I like gin too. I like gin too.
Me too.
Let's get something. So you like the artificial banana taste?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm not gonna go seek it out. Like, would I buy a whole bag of it? Probably not. But if there's this big conglomerate of stuff, say like Henley was trick or treating or whatever, and she didn't like it, I wouldn't take something from her. I would eat the banana Laffy Taffy to let her have what she wanted.
Well,
like, it doesn't bother me.
Interesting little bit. I found out. So apparently that artificial banana flavor that we don't like, John, is apparently how bananas used to taste. So apparently there was, and this is going on, this is such a weird tangent I'm about to go off on, but apparently, little known fact, there used to be like colloquially like sweeter bananas, but then there was some weird mold or fungus that like infected all of the trees and killed them. So like the bananas we have today are like new bananas. Apparently that is also currently happening with all of the juice oranges, like the Florida oranges. So OJ might be a thing of the past here soon.
What?
Well,
Yeah, apparently it's just this crazy freaking like mold or fungus that just absolutely decimates populations, and there's nothing they can do to stop it.
We
beat COVID. We can beat this for OJ.
They can't. They did not beat it for bananas. R.I.P. OG bananas.
Along the same vein, the same thing. This is a weird tangent, but we'll wrap this up. But the same thing happened with Brussels sprouts. They actually genetically changed Brussels sprouts because you remember our parents. Yeah, you remember our parents growing up were like, Brussels sprouts are the worst. They're like bitter and nasty, and it was like a running joke. The Brussels sprouts were horrible. But they've grown in popularity now because they genetically changed them to be less bitter and more tasty.
Yeah, selectively bred them.
Yeah,
we're not eating anything healthy. We're just eating lab experiments.
Hey! I ate Brussels sprouts the other day. They're still perfectly healthy.
I don't know. Not if they're genetically modified.
They tasted delicious. I don't think they're genetically modified, just selectively bred. So they breed them. It's like the hot peppers now. All of the hottest peppers in the world are all like bred peppers. Yeah.
But I love Brussels sprouts. I'm gay, so.
All right. Anyway, getting back on track here.
So how did you find these damn cereals?
So what we're actually going to do is we're actually going to do a bracket of the best vegetables today. Sorry, guys. We pulled that old bait and switch. You thought you were getting cereal. It's vegetables today.
Please don't log off. It's a joke.
It was a joke. Yes, please.
Yeah,
please do not. Please do not log off. We desperately need you here listening.
To come back to my question, if you like the artificial banana taste, do you like circus peanuts?
No. God no. Like it's it's like the texture of it is like they take a marshmallow, which I already don't like marshmallows all that much, and then they do what they do to shredded cheese and coat it in an ungodly amount of cornstarch to keep them from sticking together. So it's like the chalkiness of Smarties with not the best banana flavor with like a cheese texture.
With the worst texture of a marshmallow you've ever had.
Yeah, like they're awful, bro.
It's like they selectively bred Brussels sprouts to taste better. They selectively bred circus peanuts to taste worse. Like the R&D department for circus peanuts was like, let's create the worst food in human history.
And I just want to point out that we did research after we wrapped up last week, and the banana flavor actually came from a banana oil accident where they were making circus peanuts, and then they just never changed it. So that's 100%. Like that whole candy was just a big accident, basically.
And another
hey, we don't call those accidents; we call those mistakes.
Fell through of circus peanuts versus like worst foods in the world, and because of the rise of YouTube and challenges, surströmming, which is that like marinated, disgusting fermented fish for like 6 months from that sold more than circus peanuts did. They sold more surströmming worldwide than circus peanuts.
The more you know.
Disgusting. Like that's how bad circus peanuts are.
All right. So today we're gonna talk about the best cereals. And do a bracket challenge of the best cereals. Now, I pulled these cereals from a article, I forget the website it was on, but these are supposedly the top 16 most popular cereals, and then on the website I had them ranked worst to best. But we randomly seeded these like we did the candies last week. So on this list, actually, let's not even go through this. Let's just dive right into our first showdown here. First up, and actually I'm going to work bottom to top because I want to point out something about this matchup here. So first matchup, we got Lucky Charms versus Honey Bunches of Oats. So now, we were just talking about circus peanuts. Do you guys want to know how Lucky Charms was started? Someone took circus peanuts.
We talked about this in the Halloween candy video.
We found this out after, Somebody took circus peanuts, cut them up, and stuck them in their Cheerios. Not Honey Nut Cheerios, just regular Cheerios. And that's how Lucky Charms started. So for that reason alone, I'm going Honey Bunches of Oats is better than Lucky Charms.
Hey, I'm going to piggyback off that. I have always, for my entire life, hated the texture of those Lucky Charms marshmallows. They are disgusting. They're freeze-dried. I mean, it's like the worst. Like, it's like taking a marshmallow, leaving it to sit out for 45 days, and then somehow passing it off as good. They're awful. I hate Lucky Charms. Honey Bunches of Oats for me.
Yeah, it's a weird mixture of texture, for sure. And then it like turns your milk that weird bluish, odd color, like not like Cocoa Puffs where you get chocolate milk at the end of it. It's real weird.
Or when you let it sit too long and the cereal gets soggy, but the marshmallows don't.
Yep.
And then it turns into like a porridge nightmare. Yeah. I'm gonna go Honey Bunches just for my own edifice. I'm partial to the ones with almonds in it. Strawberry Honey Bunches is very good, but the almonds are good for me. But yeah, Honey Bunches takes it over Lucky Charms all day.
The cinnamon ones are good too. And
hey, Honey Bunches of Oats is low-key fire.
That's a good cereal. Really good cereal.
That's a good cereal.
I love how they feign health with it, because if you look at the sugar, it's an amount of sugar to eat. That's why they're so good. But
and then they just like, screw it. You know, everybody likes the bunches, so we're just gonna forget the whole healthy part. And
all bunches.
They had the just bunches. Yeah, they sold the box of just bunches.
It's just a box of granola
that you're just snacking. You don't need milk. You're fine.
But they still marketed it as cereal.
Yeah, it's insane.
You're pouring this sugary granola, a whole bowl of it, and then pouring milk over it and eating it.
Right.
Let me get sugar oats and moo juice, and that's what we're gonna have for breakfast.
Pretty much.
That's it.
All right, moving on to arguably, in my opinion, probably our toughest matchup of this first round. We got Fruity Pebbles going against Frosted Flakes. Two of my favorite cereals, personally. I was really torn on this one because the flavor for both of these is there for me, right? But I think I got to give the edge to Frosted Flakes just because if you let Fruity Pebbles sit for longer than 30 seconds, it's just a bowl of mush.
That was my exact take. You have a window with both cereals, but the window for Fruity Pebbles is like 45 seconds, where you get like 2 minutes with Frosted Flakes. So yeah, Frosted Flakes takes it for me. What?
But the difference in flavor in that first 30 seconds is so monumental. I'm upset. I am heated that you both picked Frosted freaking Flakes over Fruity Pebbles?
Yep.
Frosted Flakes are corn flakes with sugar.
There's
no flavor beyond sweet. Fruity
Be
Pebbles at least taste like something.
I was gonna say I could be
crazy.
swayed.
Like, have I stumbled into an alternate reality here? Like, what the hell? Like,
no, and I mean they have a great marketing standpoint
and they taste amazing. The first bite of Fruity Pebbles is delicious.
But if I wanted to waste $5 on a box of cereal that I'm going to get 7 bites out of total, that don't
put less milk,
bruh. No.
You put less milk. That's how you
I'm
solve the soggy cereal
shots
problem.
Of Frosted Flakes with I get to eat Frosted Flakes in a shot glass, a little bit of milk, boom. Frosted Flakes. I mean, that's a pain in the ass. No, the way to eat these separates these two, and Frosted Flakes wins it.
No. I mean, look, listen. I'm not gonna sit here and listen to this blaspheming. We're judging a box of cereal on its 35th bite. I mean, so many cereals get soggy so fast that it's like, for that to be like a contributing factor, Frosted Flakes disintegrate towards the end of the bowl. The last few spoonfuls of Frosted Flakes are lumps of cornmeal in milk. The end experience of Frosted Flakes is just as bad as the end experience.
No, it's not. One of my favorite parts of a bowl of Frosted Flakes is the end of that, and then the flakes right there at the end are super milky. The milk sugary. You've never enjoyed the end of a bowl of Fruity Pebbles. You can enjoy the end of a bowl of Frosted Flakes.
No, you get fruity milk. The milk is better.
I'll disagree on that point there. I think the end of Fruity Pebbles is just as good as Frosted Flakes. And I really wanted to pick Frosted Flakes. And after listening to both arguments, I think I'm swayed. I think I'm going to go with Fruity Pebbles over Frosted Flakes now, actually. You've convinced me.
I will say all of that to say I love Frosted Flakes. Great cereal. Nothing wrong with them. I just think Fruity Pebbles are better. I think there's more there. Like, I do agree they get soggy quick. That's the same with Cocoa Pebbles. It's just an issue with the Pebbles cereals. Rice Krispies are the same way.
Yeah. No, well, yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what I'm saying. This was the toughest matchup, in my opinion, of the first round, because both these cereals are fire. I mean, let's be honest. So
I guess I have a recent memory that just sways me away, because Henley loves Fruity Pebbles, but she never eats the whole bowl, and it sits there for like 4 hours, and you see a 4-hour-old bowl of Fruity Pebs, and you're just like, oh, gross.
You want to know what the worst is? Have you ever seen like an old bowl of Honey Smacks?
Oh,
the smell of that cereal alone makes
that
me
cereal sucked. I hated Smacks.
That's so gross.
Garbage.
Yeah, we'll mention some ones that weren't on our list here at the end, the ones that we love and ones that we hate. But yeah, Smacks is definitely on that worst list.
Maybe next week we'll do the worst cereals.
Yeah, maybe.
That sounds like the plan.
Yeah.
God, Smacks were trash.
All right. Next up, we got Cinnamon Toast Crunch going up against Raisin Bran.
This is a massacre. Well, this is not a competition. I'm not even going to foray and argument into this.
I was about to say, if one of you try to come with Raisin Brands, you're just coming up with 2 scoops of bullshit.
If it was Raisin Bran Crunch, it would be a little bit closer, but this is still a landslide victory for Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Absolutely.
I mean, even Raisin Bran Crunch doesn't stand a chance. Like, Cinnamon Toast is the king of crunch as far as those two are concerned.
The king of crunch. Oh, man. All right.
A special shout out to one that's not made anymore. French Toast Crunch gave Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
They brought it back, bro.
So,
really?
Yeah, they did. And so I was actually
Oreo cereal, too.
I was telling my wife about this while we were in the cereal aisle when this idea struck me. You know, my favorite cereal was growing up. Do you remember the Eggo waffle cereal?
Yeah.
And it was like honeycomb, but it was like little waffles, and they were like maple coated. Fire cereal.
I was always a Golden Grams guy. I love Golden Grams. I don't know why. That one was just.
I had a big variety.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Next up, Honey Nut Cheerios versus Rice Krispies. Where do you guys stand on this one?
The problem that I had with Fruity Pebbles is what I have with Rice Krispies, but they have no flavor.
No flavor at all. Rice Krispies taste like nothing.
Yeah.
The
Snap,
only
crackle, and pop your way out of this bitch, because
look, I'll tell you the right way to eat Rice Krispies. Basically, what you want to do is melt some butter and some marshmallow together, and then put them in a pan, and then bake them. That's how Rice Krispies are good.
And it may not even necessarily need to
Honey
be
Nut Cheerios by a landslide.
like regular butter. It could be, a special butter.
Ooh, like compound butter, a little bit of cinnamon in there. Hey, now we're getting into fat boy stuff. we gotta relax.
That's totally what I meant there.
I'm getting flashbacks of the fast food episode.
Yeah, dude, compound butters are where it's at.
All right.
So yeah, Honey Nut Cheerios, not close.
Next up, we got a Honey Nut Cheerios for me too. Next up, we got a pretty polarizing one, I would think. 2 very different cereals, but we got Fruit Loops and Reese's Puffs.
So this is where I'm going to go with the flavor of what I liked about Fruity Pebbles. Fruit Loops hold up. They keep their structure and they have all that flavor. Fruit Loops for sure.
Not against Reese's Puffs.
Yes.
Look, I'm gonna say this: there are 2 peanut butter cereals that I know of on the market. There's PB Crunch and Reese's Puffs. Okay, Reese's Puffs is by far and away the better of the 2. Reese's Puffs to me is like, even the commercial is like goated. Reese's Puffs.
Yeah, that was
like peanut butter chocolate flavor, bro. Like, what are you talking
I get
about?
it, but on the
what
flip
are you talking
side,
about?
I understand that. But you said, oh, it's just the flavor of sugar with Frosted Flakes. They're too sweet to me. Like, I could eat 2 bowls of Frosted Flakes.
I can understand that.
I can't eat
That's
like
valid.
a big bowl of Reese's. They're too sweet. It's too aggressive.
But I can. So 2 big bowls of Reese's Puffs for me. We're
actually.
gonna 2 thumbs up.
I usually have 1 bowl of
Reese's
Reese's
Puffs, no
Puffs.
doubt.
It's one of those big like mixing bowls, and that's 1 bowl of Reese's Puffs for me. So
The whole box of cereal is
Yeah.
1 bowl.
I was
of
about to
Reese's
say,
Puffs.
are you being from Forgetting Sarah Marshall, where he just has the mixing bowl?
yeah, 100%. Yep. The only argument I will accept against Reese's Puffs is that they tear your mouth up. you will know after you ate a bowl of Reese's Puffs.
You want to talk about a cereal that never gets soggy? Reese's
Yeah,
Puffs,
it's impossible.
It holds its structural integrity. I swear to God. You don't talk about Twinkies will survive a nuclear apocalypse. Reese's Puffs will survive that bitch 100%.
Yeah, for sure. All that being said, though, I'm still gonna go Reese's Puffs. So we're moving Reese's Puffs. We got 2-1 Reese's Puffs to Fruit Loops. So
I do love Fruit Loops too, Drew. I also want to throw that out there.
Well, they're fun too. It's very colorful. It's a very fun cereal.
Yeah.
And they always had the best little games on the back of the box.
Yeah.
They also got a little bit
like-
of the Mandela effect for people not knowing how to spell fruit.
For sure, I have seen that. Those things are nuts.
Yeah.
Because you will swear you're right. You're like, no, I've seen this for 20 years, man. Like, and it's like, nope, this is what it is, and it, man, drive you nuts.
Yep. All right, next up, in my opinion, another landslide. But we got Captain Crunch's Crunch Berries going up against the classic Life cereal.
It's Crunch Berries. Don't even at me. It's fucking Crunch Berries.
I literally got a box of Crunch Berries in my pantry currently. There's no way that Life cereal is moving ahead over Crunch Berries. It's not gonna happen.
You know, obviously Crunch Berries. Yeah, like we don't even have to debate that. I've never even had Life cereal. Honestly, have you guys ever had Life cereal?
Yes.
It's bland,
Mikey.
super bland. It's like Kix but worse.
So for like 6 months while I was Mikey on the Life cereal box, we got free cereal, and it sucked.
Hold up. Wait. Recap. You were on the Life cereal box?
Yeah.
Do you have any boxes still?
Yeah, there's one. I think still up in the attic.
Wow.
Just to make sure it didn't get sun, like all the sun crap happened to the box. But yeah, I was Mikey on the Life cereal box.
Hey, Mikey.
Hey, you want some
Mikey,
Life?
why does your cereal suck?
Oh, I didn't have control over that.
Hey, Mikey, your cereal's ass.
This is trash. Trash.
Now we're just getting into Linda from Bob's Burgers. Bob, your cereal sucks, Bob.
Oh, the more you know. Been your friend for how long? Never knew you were on the Life cereal box.
Yeah.
I've been his cousin my whole life and had no idea he was on the Life cereal box.
You were in my house when we were like, when Mom displayed the box of fucking cereal. Like,
hey.
I've been his cousin my whole life is probably one of my favorite things you've ever said.
I haven't been his cousin his whole life, just mine.
Right.
yeah. I got him by 5 years.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, he's been his own cousin 5 years longer.
I mean,
All right. Next up, we got Cheerios, regular Cheerios, not Honey Nut, going up against Frosted Mini Wheats. This is kind of like the suck battle. It's like which one sucks less.
What? I think
I
mini
like
wheats are
Frosted
heat.
Mini
I like
Wheats,
mini
man.
wheats a lot. Yeah.
I don't like the big
okay.
ones. I like the mini.
Mini.
Okay,
Mini
no,
Wheats.
I like Frosted Mini Wheats too. I didn't know you guys felt about Frosted Mini Wheats.
Plus, you get
Blueberry is where it's at though.
I was about to say
Blueberry
you got
flavor.
blueberry, strawberry, regular. You got all kind of fucking flavors, so you can switch it up. But yeah, the blueberry are fire. They're so good.
But this is regular Cheerios since we've got Honey Nut in a different category. So
And,
I mean, regular Cheerios again, it's just like bland.
Yep.
Yeah, great
It's
to
like-
feed babies.
Yeah, like I said,
Like-
Lucky
Horrific
Charms.
if you've got high cholesterol, you know.
Yeah, like Lucky Charms
Operate.
was someone who
Live
put
fast,
circus
die young.
peanuts in regular Cheerios. So I mean, it's just it's the worst part of one of the worst cereals. So yeah, Frosted Mini Wheats all the way. In the last matchup here in the first round, we got Apple Jacks versus Special K. This one is a little tougher for me. I'm not gonna lie, because I enjoy Special K.
It's out.
Special K is one of those few cereals that it's one of those healthy cereals that actually tastes good. Because like it actually has a flavor, it's not just
The brown
bland,
flakes,
crispy,
yeah.
right. But with that being said, Applejack's 1000%. Definitely never taking a bowl of Special K over a bowl of
Apple
Applejack.
Jacks are delicious.
Yeah, I'll give it to Apple Jacks. On
And the
taste.
apple cinnamon commercials.
I was about to say the little
Elite.
cinnamon coming in. Come on, man.
Always won the
that
race.
marketing campaign was great.
Do you ever think about the commercials we grew up with and how those just absolutely would not fly for like kids today?
Absolutely. I also remember all the old Nickelodeon ones that they're like, hey, do you want to see the thing coming in today? Come get Rock'em Sock'em Robot. And it's just super aggressive in your face, and they're throwing so much shit at you that you're just like, yeah,
Sock 'em boppers.
I want those things. Pop
Some-
it. Spin it. Like, it's...
Twisted.
Yeah, they were nuts. They were so aggressive.
Some of my favorite TikTok channels to follow are like the nostalgic like 90s, 2000s with like all the commercials and like those things, you know?
You know what had the most aggressive one to me was when Surge came out.
Oh, Surge. Yeah.
Sip on a Surge!
Surge
and
is
I mean,
delicious.
it was like, the Surge was
Or
awesome.
Vault. Do you remember
So I was
Vault's
about to
commercial?
say,
Yeah.
we drank more Vault in middle and high school than I care to think about. The amount of sugar that went through our poor, hapless...
Bro, I'm going to say this right now. The fact Vault went under, that's just poor business management.
Yeah,
Literally
there was
everybody I know was drinking that when it was out.
If they brought Vault back today, that would be the only soda I drank.
They brought it back a couple years ago and nobody drank it. I got it like every day. And
It wasn't the same though, right? Like they brought it back, but it wasn't the same.
No, it was the same.
It was?
Because Surge came back a little bit too. I was buying the Kansas Surge.
It's just like sweeter Mountain Dew. I mean, really, realistically, it's just Mountain Dew with like 4 times the amount of sugar, which is like Mountain Dew already has like 4 times the amount of sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus the Vault bottles. That bottle was great because it came down and then had the ring right there for you to grab onto when you were in.
Yeah, for your pleasure.
Oh man, moving on to round 2 here. We got Apple Jacks, which we just talked about, going up against Frosted Mini Wheats.
Again, we're going to go back to the structural integrity of the cereal. Apple Jacks hold up longer. Mini Wheats, if you let them get soggy, they're disgusting.
If you've let Mini Wheats get soggy, your bowl sat there for hours.
Yeah.
The nice thing is though is that if you let that happen, you don't have to make any like mortar to go lay your bricks. You can just use.
You could literally build a house. Yeah, 100%.
Right.
Milk and Frosted Mini Wheats. Let it sit.
Next time I just have bricks on hand, I'll remember the hell out of that for sure.
Yeah, there you go. See?
Yeah, but I'm going Apple Jacks. They just taste better.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going Apple Jacks too.
More complex.
Okay. Moving on here. This is a tough one. This is a tough one, gentlemen.
This is the which one tears your mouth up less.
Yeah, because both of these do this. We got Crunch Berries and Reese's Puffs. As much as I love Reese's Puffs, and I love them, I think I'm going Crunch Berries here. Because
I'm definitely going Crunch Berries here.
Reese's Puffs...
It's unanimous.
Yeah, both of these cereals tear your mouth up. There's no doubt about it. Captain Crunch is notorious for it. I absolutely freaking love Captain Crunch.
It's my favorite cereal.
Every variant of Captain Crunch slaps. It's
the
never
original,
disappointing.
Oops, all berries, just one berry, Crunch Berries. It didn't matter. Like
Peanut Butter Crunch.
Peanut Butter Crunch.
Yeah, geez.
Peanut Butter Crunch is better than Reese's Puffs.
I don't agree. That was literally the opposite of what I said in the first round, so I can't agree. I have had both in the past month, so I can definitively say as an expert on cereal, I had PB Crunch a couple weeks ago, and then I got a box of Reese's Puffs, and then currently I have a box of Crunch Berries. I would rank them in that order. PB Crunch is the worst. As far as those 3 are concerned, it's still delicious cereal, like you said, amazing. Reese's Puffs, then Crunch Berries. It's Crunch Berries all the way.
Yeah, I remember when the Oops All Berries came out, and I ate that every day for a while, and some days I had multiple bowls. And
that's why I'm fat.
And that's why I'm fat.
And that's why I'm fat.
You also got to be careful of that because your movements will change color if you have too many of the Oops All Berries.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I've never eaten that much. I've never had that problem.
Not to get too deep into it, but your stuff will change color if you eat too much of the Oops All Berries. Anyway.
So Honey Nut Cheerios versus Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Easy.
Is that what we're on? Honey Nut Cheerios versus Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Yeah. I mean, the flavor. Cinnamon flavor versus honey flavor to me is just where it's no contest.
Honey Nut.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna switch this one. I'm gonna take Honey Nut Cheerios over Cinnamon Toast Crunch here.
What?
I think I'm about to send John into the nth realm because I'm also
Here we
taking
go.
Honey Nut Cheerios.
He's gonna blow up.
I'm gonna say this. I'm just not the biggest fan of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's the cereal I like. That's all it does for me. It's good. It's not great.
I have to be in the mood for
Kill
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I can eat Honey Nut Cheerios at any point. So that's where I'm at. Like, if I'm going down the cereal aisle when I know I need cereal, I get Honey Nut Cheerios regardless. It's not every time that I'm getting Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Honey Nut Cheerios to me, it's that it is like the perfect balance of like everything. Like it's not the best tasting cereal in my opinion, but it tastes good. It's not too sweet. It's not something that you're like, I can't eat this for breakfast. This is like Captain Crunch. I feel bad eating that for breakfast because it's like this is a dessert cereal. I'll eat a bowl of this for like a late night, little dessert type deal. But it's like Honey Nut Cheerios is like I can eat that for breakfast. I can eat that for lunch. I can eat that for dinner. Like you said, Honey Nut Cheerios is just very ubiquitous.
And in the back of your mind, you've got the little honey going, you're helping your heart. It's okay. You're healthy.
Yeah, you got the little bee telling you that your cholesterol is going to be
you're
just
having a healthy meal. It doesn't matter that you're eating 3 bowls of the stuff.
So what I'm hearing is that you're only voting for Honey Nut Cheerios because you can justifiably eat 2 or 3 bowls a day.
No, but we've talked multiple times on this.
I feel better about myself eating 2 boxes of Honey Nut Cheerios than I do eating 1 box of Frosted
Me and
Flakes.
Nick, while some cinnamon
Crunch.
flavor's good, we don't overtly like the cinnamon flavor.
See, I love cinnamon. It's just like Cinnamon Toast Crunch to me. It just doesn't really do it for me. It just doesn't like. It's a good cereal. I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. If I have Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I will eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch. But it's not like necessarily like. It's very rarely one of the cereals I'd choose to get.
Yeah, if it's there and I've got a hankering for it, I'm gonna eat it. But it is not a constant mainstay for me.
If you had asked me to pick a situation where I would be more flabbergasted, I could not tell you one. I am absolutely astounded that we're picking Honey Nut Cheerios over Cinnamon Toast Crunch right now. I get it. I respect your opinions. But, man, you want to talk about... we were talking earlier about, like, how good the milk is after some of these cereals. The milk after Cinnamon Toast Crunch is amazing. I have whey protein powder downstairs that is cinnamon cereal milk because it's that good. So, not sponsored, but the Ghost brand.
I understand that Cinnamon Toast Crunch is kind of like widely regarded as like the best cereal ever. I just disagree.
I will also say I also don't think it's the best cereal ever. Like I said, I've made my love for Captain Crunch very well known, but I don't know. Like if you put both of these cereals in front of me, I'm going Cinnamon Toast Crunch over Honey Nut Cheerios 9 times out of 10, personally.
And mine would be like 7-3 Honey Nut Cheerios. So
I'd
it's
probably
not,
like 9-1.
okay. Mine's not so overt, but like I'm just looking at a mainstay.
Wow. Okay.
He's shook. We have shook.
I'm shook.
Hey, look, man. I mean, it's not even being contrarian. Like, I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's just not. I just don't eat it that often. It's just not something I get that regularly. So,
what do you think at home? Leave it in the comments. Are we crazy?
yeah,
Should
please
we
lampoon
put
us,
through?
harpoon us, destroy us. Tell us why Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the greatest of all time.
So let's see what goes up against Honey Nut Cheerios, Fruity Pebs, or Honey Bunches.
I'll start. I'm going Fruity Pebbles. I mean, flavors there, they're amazingly delicious. I do think the longevity of them will ultimately kill them in this tournament, but it's like if you set a bowl of Fruity Pebbles and Honey Bunches of Oats in front of me, there's a 0% chance I'm touching that bowl of Honey Bunches of Oats. It's just not going to happen.
Well, I'm going to leave it up to John here to split the tie because I'm absolutely going Honey Bunches of Oats.
For all of the reasons that both of you said Honey Nut Cheerios last time, that's the same reasons I'm going Honey Bunches of Oats this time.
Heyo!
Yeah,
Little heart healthy.
Honey Bunches of Oats. I mean, literally, like just copy paste your argument for Honey Nut Cheerios. That's my argument for Honey Bunches of Oats. It's like I could eat a box, not feel bad about it. Sure, it's got more cereal. It's probably not as good for you as Honey Nut Cheerios, but
It's not good for you at all. You shouldn't fall under that.
Let's be honest.
Because Honey Nut Cheerios is like all whole wheat. Honey
Let's
Bunches
be
of Oats
honest.
is nothing good for you.
Well, if we're being completely real, cereal generally is not
cereal
good
is
for
awful for you. Cereal's awful for you. It's processed garbage.
Eat a banana for breakfast. Like,
So you know how we said we
New
were ranking
bananas.
vegetables. So now that we're back to
just
Brussels
put
sprouts for
new
breakfast.
banana and new Brussels sprouts in a blender and have that as a smoothie every morning.
See, here's the thing: if we're picking the best cereal, I don't think being the healthiest is really the criteria that it should push something on. I did not use that for Honey Nut Cheerios. I said I eat Honey Nut Cheerios more. I prefer the taste to CT Crunch.
Okay, well, I'm going to say absolutely. I don't know the last time I bought Fruity Pebs, like ever, and I buy a lot of Honey Bunches of Oats. So just on flavor and my taste buds alone, I like Honey Bunches more.
Yeah, I'll piggyback off that. I like the oat clusters. To me, I like the flavor of those better than the flavor of Fruity Pebbles. Just
I will also point out you're both old.
Thanks. That's
So.
cool.
that's yeah.
Boomers.
You're not
helps
wrong.
with
Literal
arthritis.
boomers. Literal
It
boomers.
helps with my gout.
Does it fix your your dementia?
Yeah, it makes me remember more.
Helps
It
keep
fix-
you regular.
I call it when I need help. It fixes the Wi-Fi router for me.
Yeah.
No, that's your grandson, Grandpa.
I went for I asked the Alexa to bring me some McDonald's and it never did, but Honey Bunches did. So
Well, I mean, if we're blaspheming and sending Honey Nut over CT Crunch, I guess I can live with dog bunches of oats going over Fruity Pebbles. Like I can't believe that that's passing over. I mean, you're really taking regular bowels over one of the tastiest cereals on the market. I just don't.
let's put it this way: in the
don't
Elite
understand
Eight, the eliminated cereals were Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Fruity Pebs, and Reese's Puffs. That's who
And
got eliminated.
Yeah, Fruity Pebbles.
Whoa.
It's a shame.
Yeah, we're down to the
Such a shame.
semifinals. Down to the semifinals now.
Final four.
First matchup, we got Apple Jacks versus Crunch Berries.
It's
To me,
still
it's still Crunch Berries to me too.
I mean, if it's not obvious at this point that Crunch Berries is winning the tournament, then I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how much more obvious we can be that we prefer Captain Crunch. I mean, it's very clear to me. Crunch Berries moves on.
Apple Jacks, solid cereal. Love the cereal. I
Top
do
four.
seek it out.
Top four.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
not better than Fruity Pebbles
No, it's not.
or Honey Nut Cheerios or Captain
Yeah.
Crunch.
The seeding heavily affected this tournament. I will say that because
Absolutely.
no way Apple Jacks makes it past Fruity Pebbles to me.
So Captain Crunch, Crunch Berries moves on. Now I will say this: if it wasn't Crunch Berries, we would be having a different discussion.
Oh, just like regular Captain Crunch.
If it was just Captain Crunch, I would have to think more on it. But the Crunch Berries are just dope. And then we have
Regular
the
Captain Crunch is still so delicious. Like
I think I would still go regular Captain Crunch.
battle of heart health over here: Honey Nut Cheerios versus Honey Bunches of Oats.
Yeah, what's going to lose to Crunch Berries? Let's pick it.
Honey Nut Cheerios, because you're not about to look me in the face and tell me that Honey Bunches of Oats is a better Honey Nut cereal than Honey Nut Cheerios.
I am.
You're
going
wrong.
with Honey Bunches.
You're wrong. Listen,
You get different
if-
textures. You get different.
No,
flavors.
no.
Yes, yes,
no,
and
no,
look,
no.
it's my opinion.
Listen.
Look here,
Listen.
Linda.
What we're not about to do is sit here and call granola cereal, okay? Because now that we've gotten to the Honey Nut versus Honey Nut, one of these is a cereal. The
It's
other
not
one
Honey
is
Nut
bran
versus
flakes
Honey
with bran flakes, okay, with some clusters of granola thrown in.
Yeah, that makes it better than the Cheerios.
Granola is better than Cheerios. I agree. Granola is not
It comes in a
cereal.
cereal box.
It's not. No, the cereal part of the fact that we've let Honey Bunches of Oats slide on the dog they call cereal. I mean, there's a reason that they have the all clusters.
If you're
version.
on YouTube, just go back like 20 minutes. He was definitely defending Honey Bunches 2 rounds ago, and now we've turned from.
Yeah, I was defending Honey Bunches against whatever they were in the first round. Now we're talking about
Charms.
Now we're talking, and you want to talk about the dog water that's Lucky Charms. Their cereal, nobody even wants to eat. The only thing people want out of Lucky Charms is the marshmallow. Honey Bunches of Oats is just the healthier Lucky Charms.
I'll break the tie here, and having just staunchly defended Honey Bunches of Oats, I'm going to give the edge to Honey Nut Cheerios.
How dare you? I will not know. No.
He agreed with you. You didn't even listen, you dumbass.
We're not.
He
said Honey Bunches of Oats.
No, I said after I staunchly defended Honey Bunches of Oats, I'm going Honey Nut Cheerios.
My bad. Honey Bunches of Oats is good. That's it.
I mean, we're still in the Final Four. We're not saying any of these cereals are bad. We're literally just, personal.
I can understand it because I do go to the almonds to enjoy. Like I like regular Honey Bunches, but I understand that I don't need an extra Honey Nut Cheerio flavor to enjoy that. So I get, but if I was to pick a bowl of Honey Nut Cheerios or a bowl of Honey Bunches, I'm going to take Honey Bunches. But I get it. It's cool.
But the thing you like about Honey Bunches of Oats is not the cereal.
I just look at it as a whole. I don't
right,
break
but we're talking about the Final Four. You got to start nitpicking these things.
I will.
Round 1, where it's like you can let sort of the cereal part slide.
I'll concede that point, because if you put a bowl of Honey Bunches of Oats or a bowl of the Just Bunches in front of me, I'm going the Just Bunches. Because that's the part that I like, and it's the granola part. So yeah, I mean, I will concede that point. On
it's granola and Frosted Flakes put together with some honey.
It's delicious. Flakes, Don't get me wrong, but it's not better than Honey Nut Cheerios.
It's not even Frosted Flakes though; it's Corn Flakes.
Right.
And then the massacre that is the finals.
Oh yeah, we're all going Crunch Berries, right?
Yeah, it's not close.
As much as we like Honey Nut Cheerios, Crunch Berries is significantly better.
Yeah,
without question. I mean, there's just no. I mean, when you talk about like complexity of flavors, I mean, now don't get me wrong, Crunch Berries are super sweet, but it's also like you've got the taste from the little yellow pieces, and then the little fruity flavor kicks in. Oh, so
good. They're delicious.
I said it 2 rounds ago. Every variant of Captain Crunch is amazing, and I will defend it as one of the best cereals. I will agree that Peanut Butter Crunch is not better than Reese's Puffs after thinking on it more. But even still, Peanut Butter Crunch is still good, So.
And here's my argument for it, is that there's a lot of cereals that tear up your mouth. And the only one that I will go back for more and allow to destroy me some more is Crunch Berries. Like the rest of them, I'm like, man, this kind of hurts my mouth. I'm kind of done. I'm going to check out, whatever. Like, no, I want another bowl, please. Thank you. And it just, it's that good. Crunch Berries from the onset was going to win.
Yeah, and I'll say I personally thought that PB Crunch was better than Reese's Puffs before I had them back to back. For me, it's just like the peanut butter taste for the peanut butter crunch. It's just a lot milder than it is on the Reese's one, and then with the Reese's one, you also get the chocolate pieces, which it's like layers.
Surprise! Okay, so what is the biggest one that you're surprised was not in the top 16?
Oreo O's.
Oreo O's. Hang on.
Honestly, my favorite cereal wasn't on this list.
What's your favorite cereal?
I mean, I don't want to say it publicly because I feel like I'm going to get lampooned. But it's like, the reason I like it is because it's like I mostly eat it for breakfast. It's not bland, but it's like Crispex.
Okay.
Like Chex. It's just a chill, like, low-key. It's not super sweet, not super bad for you. It's just like a fine little cereal.
It's cool. You can have a guilty pleasure cereal. I got one.
Terrible for you. But I fucking love Cocoa Puffs.
I'm surprised that's not on this list.
Yeah, I don't know how that didn't make top 16. But
Cocoa Puffs would have been Final Four, no doubt.
Yeah, they're awesome. Cocoa Puffs are delicious.
I would take Cocoa Puffs over Honey Nut Cheerios. I love Cocoa Puffs.
My guilty pleasure cereal is Cracklin' Oat Bran. Sounds disgusting.
No, they're amazing, dude.
Cracklin'
I was
Oat Bran.
so shocked. Dude, have you ever tried them, Drew?
Mm-mm.
Cracklin' Oat Bran. It is the best cereal in existence, dude. They're amazing.
You have to try
They're
this
so
cereal.
They're so good, dude.
It does not look good in the store. I'm going to tell you right now. It doesn't. It Cracklin Oat brand. It doesn't even.
Aren't they like O's? Aren't they like a letter? Aren't they like shaped like a letter?
Yeah. It's like O's. But I'm telling you, try it. It is.
You're talking about a cereal that never gets soggy, bro.
Yeah.
They never, ever get soggy. But the flavor is insane. They're really good.
So yeah, Cocoa Puffs and then Golden Grahams was a little surprising not making the top 16.
We didn't have Pops. We didn't have Honeycombs. We didn't have
oh my God, Corn Pops!
Yep.
Oh,
those my Pops.
Oh, those are awesome. Corn Pops are great.
So this list, I'll read you guys the way that this list had them from worst to best. So worst, obviously, Lucky Charms came in at 16. Then Special K, Rice Krispies, Fruity Pebbles was 13 on the list, actually. And from what I understand from this list, it was rated by the like most popular or like the most purchased cereal. Life came in at 12. Crunch Berries was 11 on this list.
Oh.
Cheerios, regular Cheerios, Fruit Loops, Reese's Puffs at 8, Raisin Bran at 7, Apple Jacks, Honey Bunches of Oats, Frosted Mini Wheats at 4, Cinnamon Toast Crunch at 3, Frosted Flakes at 2,
and Honey Nut Cheerios at 1.
And Honey Nut Cheerios at 1. So that is the list.
Well, they're not going on flavor. You got to look at who buys cereal and for what purpose. So a lot of the more sugar cereals are going to be for kids. You know, the current dynamic is not a lot of people are having as many kids. So that, I mean, it kind of makes sense just from a money standpoint.
Another one I'm surprised wasn't on the list was Cookie Crisp. I like Cookie Crisp a lot.
Oh, Cookie Crisp.
Yeah, I said that like 3 times.
Oh, did you? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I said it like 3 times.
Trix wasn't on the list.
Trix, dude, that's an elite cereal.
Yeah, and then they did that the PR stunt where they made it just circles, and they were like, "Are you an adult now? Can you not see the tricks?" And I thought that was pretty funny.
They brought back the shapes.
Yeah, it's for kids. It's for kids, and then they around. That was funny. I enjoyed it. But yeah, Trix was good. It was another one of those that could get soggy real quick.
Did you guys ever had the Cocoa Frosted Flakes?
No.
It was like Frosted Flakes, but it was chocolate coating on it instead of the regular sugar coating.
Not interested. That is not interesting.
That sounds
Have you ever had the Crave cereals?
No.
Yeah.
Well, the commercials were the little cereal squares eating each other.
Yeah.
Well, way too sweet.
Yeah. I would have.
That is candy. It's literally like a Chex piece with a chocolate center. It's like I remember I poured a bowl. I took one bite and was like, "There's no way in hell I'm finishing this." This was like,
you can't finish this.
There's no way. I was like, "What am I supposed to crave? Death?" Like this is so chocolatey. Like it's like eating an entire bowl of just like a Hershey's bar. It's like if you broke up pieces of a Hershey's bar and put it in a bowl of milk.
Yeah. That's what Oreos would do.
Honey O's is another one of my favorite cereals. Again, one that will absolutely destroy your mouth. but really
Honey O's?
Honey O's, yeah. It's like
Never heard of them.
Oh, they're good. It's like Cheerios, but they have like a kind of a honey coating on them, but then they have like a little piece of like honey granola in the middle.
There's like a little honey bunches of something in the circle. And
we also didn't have Kix or Wheaties on the list.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever eaten Wheaties.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever eaten Wheaties either.
Not a Wheaties guy.
We didn't have Cocoa Pebbles either.
Right. Yeah, it's a lot of cereals didn't make the list, but
Count Chocula, we got none of those. The General Mills brand, Count Chocula, Frankenberry.
Yep. The Boo Berry, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at a point, those are just the same kind of stuff from a different.
Yeah, different generation.
Well, no, it's all literally manufactured by the same people.
Yeah.
Those big giant 2-pound bags that are like plastic bags. You know what I mean?
There is a difference in those cereals. I don't know why, but they are structurally No, there is, because
there's not.
they break down so fast.
They're literally made in the same factory, bro.
I get what you're saying, but you think there's not like QC everywhere? There's one batch that's not great, so that's the cheaper one, and then there's one batch that comes out really good, and that's the more expensive one.
No, I think they just sell their offage. But I don't know. I don't make cereal. I have no idea how they.
Well, I've tried the
I have no idea.
lower price one, and it doesn't have the same structural integrity.
See, I remember because for years, like Oreos were discontinued, so I would just get the big giant 2-pound bags. They were literally the exact same cereal, but you just couldn't get Oreos in the States anymore. They were shipping them all to Mexico, and then Mexico or the UK or Canada, but you could buy them in those 2-pound bulk bags, and those tasted exactly the same. So I haven't had a bunch of cereals out of those, so I don't really know.
We could ask our buddy Matty B. His dad used to run a Kellogg's plant.
True.
Yeah, I'm sure he would know. Let's have him on the show next time we rank cereals.
Alan,
Alan.
What'd you do with your offage?
Hey, Mr. B.
Mr. B.
Explain those 2-pound bags of cereals. We just need those.
All right, Fam Jam, there it is. Crunchberries takes this round. Give a clap for the captain. Way to go. And don't forget, guys, Selection Sunday is March 12th in 2 days. And then we are going to have bracketology going. So we will have our brackets filled out by the Tuesday episode. Talk about some college basketball going into the tourney. All those games to kind of settle that Selection Sunday are happening right now. So enjoy some college basketball. We will be back on sports Tuesday. And then keeping with our March trend, we're going to have another bracket next week. We'll probably figure that out and let you guys know what it is on Tuesday. So keep it tuned in. If you haven't subscribed, if you haven't hit the follow button, hit that notification bell. It'll let you know when we upload new stuff. And we've got episodes coming out. So thanks to John the Stone. I almost said Matty B. He's not here. Thanks to John the Stone. Thanks to Nikki P for coming in again. Got another one. And I think that's it. Any closing thoughts?
We are less than 50 days from the NFL draft now.
Hey-yo! Shout out Stetson Bennett.
And then after the draft,
what does he have to do with the draft?
Happen until like August.
Yeah, it's the draft, and then
you got training camps and stuff, but it's very quiet after the draft.
But opening day is March 30th.
That's right.
And the Braves' home opener isn't until April the 8th, but opening day will be March 30th. I think we play the Rockies. We open with Colorado. So, but looking at all the fun stuff coming out with Braves, and then you're looking at the NBA Finals coming up and the NHL Finals coming up. Huge fight in the NHL, by the way. And then we can talk about some of this pitch clock stuff, because every single game that I've seen in spring practice games have had some kind of wild stuff. We can pull some tweets of people disagreeing and agreeing with it. But for the most part of what I can tell on Twitter, people are pissed off about this pitch clock thing. So we'll talk about it Tuesday. And Fam Jam, until next time, shout out to Captain Crunch, and we will see you guys next week. We're out.